A boy of about 5 years old was walking along Konoha. He had white hair. White skin. The hair was shaped like a hedgehog on the shoulder blades. He had blue eyes like a clear sky in which contempt and arrogance could be seen. He was wearing a white raincoat with a tomo on his back. The raincoat was with a high collar from the edge where the zipper was supposed to go from 2 sides to the bottom. There are 2 stripes. One is yellow, the other is purple. Under the raincoat there was a white t-shirt on which there was a strange 8-pointed star. Inside there were smaller stars. There is still such a pattern on the chest in the form of a tattoo. White pants and high shinobi sandals are white. It was the eldest son of the 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze, Naruto Otsutsuki. The guy refused the surname of his parents. They said Otsutsuki in his head and he took this surname. Flashback, now Kushina's mother Naruto was giving birth. After 11 hours, she gave birth to 2. Naruto was all white, only his eyes were blue, and Menma's younger brother looked like their father. Minato was glad, and I don't care that one son didn't fuck with him. But then a masked man appeared. He grabbed Naruto and started threatening kunai. Minato, get away from the Jinchuriki, otherwise your son will die, said the masochist. Good, Minato said and walked away, but the masochist throws the child over the kunai. Minato wouldn't be yellow lightning if he hadn't caught the baby. When he caught the children, he heard a hiss. Naruto's diaper was with explosion tags. Throwing out the diapers, he teleported home where he put the children and put on a Jonin vest and a Hokage cloak. Then it went according to the canon until the moment of sealing. Minato, we need to seal it in our child, Kushina said. But who? Minato asked in Menmu. Naruto has very strong genes, but Menma has exactly Uzumaki genes. Naruto is like not a person, so it's better in Menmu, Kushina said. The fox was sealed in the Menma. The 3rd and 4th are alive. Naruto's subconscious. There was a space where a child was flying. He looked around with a sinking feeling, then some creature that had 3 eyes catches him in his arms. The iris was blue and glowing, and the scara was dark. It was the color of space, but in other shades. Child, apparently you are what our Almighty said. You are a child who can finally calm me down from the destruction. My name is Cronus, said the giant council of clan heads. Now everyone was sitting and listening to Hiruzen, who was talking about the losses. The Uchiha clan was not guilty. They followed the order of the elders to withdraw civilians, and to make it convenient to keep order, they were settled in the center. Danzo hissed like a snake. Who are the Jinchuriki? Danzo asked. The only one who could keep a fox in himself was my son Menma Namikaze. Minato said he is now the weapon of the village. Give it to me at the root, said Danzo. Shut up, you and your umbu did not participate in the repulse of the fox. The one who my children will stay with me, said Minato with such a key that everyone shivered. End flashback. Naruto was walking as he was knocked out by a man in a cloak and umbu mask. He was carried to some kind of bunker. Danzo woke him up there. Well, hello, Naruto Otsutsuki, said Danzo. Naruto was given the seal of paralysis. He looked at Danzo with disgust. What do you need, worm? Naruto asked irritably. Then he was hit in the face. Don't you dare talk to me like that. You're my weapon now. Your genius from your father will be on par with Jinchuriki in strength, so you'll be the perfect weapon, Danzo said with a grin. I'll get out and kill you like a pathetic, insignificant weakling, Naruto said. Put bookmarks and seals on him. Danzo said. Yamanaka had already entered his subconscious when he was squeezed by Chronos' hand. In the real world, Yamanaka started screaming and died. Another Yamanaka tried to enter there, but there was a strong barrier. Even Ashina could not break it. Danzo-sama, there is a barrier on the boy. Apparently someone powerful lives there, killed Yamanaka and put a barrier on the brain, said Umbu. Then the seals of submission, said Danzo. Umbu Hokage started looking for the son of Hokage, and even Minato went to look for the chakra. Umbu put a seal, but it was burned by a cosmic-colored chakra, and the Umbu who put the seal started yelling. This chakra burned out his SEC. Danzo went to Naruto. There he was tortured for 7 hours. But then Naruto's head falls, but a second later it starts to rise. The eyes began to glow and the scara darkened. Naruto started smiling like a maniac and laughing like a psycho. Ahahaha, you attacked and made a big mistake. You are not torturing a man, but God, and I am a great being who gave you all the chakra. Well, nothing, you will be dead. I am the Titan of all, the Supreme Creator Kronos. Naruto shouted a new dojutsu, Danzo said, but the seal was destroyed, as were the chains. Naruto began to envelop the chakra of cosmic color. That Titan turned from her. This Titan started killing and destroying everyone. The barrier around the base began to break from Danzo's death. Titan took control of the body, found the library and sealed everything into the subconscious. The barrier broke and Hokage and Minato himself broke in. They saw piles of corpses. And there stood Naruto, who looked at everyone with his arrogant gaze. The moment his foot crushed Danzo's head, that I told you, worm, that I would kill as a weakling. There is no need to make weapons out of me for ordinary people, Naruto said, but the moment he began to fall. But Minato managed to catch him. He took him to the hospital where they checked the guy. The guy had a chakra exhaustion that he had awakened recently. Found dirt on Danzo and other elders besides Hiruzen. Minato found out that they wanted to make a weapon out of Naruto and set them on Itachi. But apparently Naruto killed them all, but for sure he could not kill Konoha's best shinobi alone without training. The subconscious Naruto began to soar in space, and in front of him flew a creature 50 times larger than Naruto, and Naruto saw only the face of a Titan. Hello child, let's get acquainted, I'm Titan Kronos, said Titani. Am Naruto Otsutsuki. Naruto said proudly, Otsutsuki surname, I advised you. You are not an ordinary child, I am sealed in you, you are God, you own the same eyes that I have, said Kronos. Yes, but what can they do? Naruto asked. They have the ability of Sharingan with 3 Tomo, Byakugan and Rinnegan, as well as your eyes have an individual ability. You can increase the size of the object and decrease, said Kronos. And what is the price? Naruto asked. You do not have the elements, but I will give you all my combat experience, and I have seen dozens of battles, as well as knowledge of Fuin techniques without elements, but my follower will help you with taijutsu, kenjutsu and bukenjutsu, said Kronos, folding incomprehensible seals. He touched the boy's forehead. His brain hurt a lot. He knew all techniques without elements, all Fuin, techniques. There was a cough. Naruto turned there. Kronos-sama, who is this boy? The man asked. And Senshi, this is my receiver, God, he has all my power and we are now in his subconscious. You have a grain of my power. His name is Naruto Otsutsuki, said Kronos. Nice to meet you, Naruto-san, Senshi said, and bowed. Me too, Naruto said and bowed. Aha, in the world of people you are arrogant, but here you show respect, said Kronos. They are pathetic people and you are special creatures, Naruto said. Senshi, teach him taijutsu, kenjutsu and bukenjutsu, he has all my combat experience, said Kronos. Okay, Naruto-san, we will train in your world under the barriers, and I will be with you physically, Senshi said. And Naruto woke up. Naruto woke up in the hospital. Naruto got up and put on his clothes. He realized that his tattoo on his chest was a seal for storing Kronos. He and Kronos became friends. That he was going to the training ground. Having placed barriers there, he released the chakra. A second later, a portal opened in front of him from where 2 people came out. Senshi and the other. Here Naruto grew a horn in the shape of a crown. Who is it, father? Asked the second. This is Kronos-sama's receiver. I called you to help him with his eyes. He has the ability to reduce and increase objects like you, Senshi said. Okay, I'm Ishiki Otsutsuki, what's your name? Asked the second. Naruto Otsutsuki, said Naruto. Let's start training. Your chakra control is perfect thanks to the chakra of Kronos-sama and yours. Your chakras have mixed and the chakra of the Lord has given you perfect control, but your chakra is infinite, Senshi said do 200 squats, 200 push-ups, 200 abs and 175 pull-ups. Ishiki said Naruto started to perform. He finished after 5 hours. He was very tired. Okay, here you go, Senshi said, holding out the pills. Naruto ate them and his strength was restored. What are these pills? Naruto asked. They are recuperating. Ishiki said they began long and tedious training sessions. In the subconscious, they studied the theory. In the world of martial arts, Naruto used a staff of good odds that he could summon. After a long training session with Otsutsuki, Naruto went home tired. When he came, he saw a lot of people, families of clan heads. Oh Naruto, happy birthday, said Kushina. I'm in my room, Naruto said. He walked into the house, passing by the living room, he walked on. He was climbing stairs. But he was stopped by brother Menma. Hey, brother, where are you going? Menma asked. Don't you see? To my room. I'm not going to celebrate my birthday, it's a waste of my time, Naruto said. Menma ran up and started shaking Naruto by the shoulders. Naruto just shrunk himself and walked a meter and regained his size. Don't annoy me, or I'll turn into an ant, said Naruto. He went to his room and put up a hell of a fuin of the Otsutsuki clan, whose fuin was several dozen times better. Minato got angry from such a reaction and went to his son, and Kushina sighed in resignation. Kushina, is he always like this? Mikoto asked. Yes, from birth, he does not respect anyone, he almost calls everyone worms and bugs, he is too arrogant, Kushina said. So he was influenced by the power of his father, said Fugakuno. Naruto didn't use his father's name when he didn't, for some reason he's arrogant by himself, Kushina said. Minato started knocking on the door, but after 10 minutes Naruto opened it. Naruto, I'm tired of putting up with your arrogance, go and spend your and your brother's birthday with everyone. Minato said he wasn't even going to, said Naruto. Minato was going to take Naruto by the shoulder, but the moment Anfram was pinned to the wall, Naruto's eyes changed. The scara turned black and the eyes glowed. I said I'm not going to, go reduce you to atomic size? Naruto asked, turning on his eyes. He just closed the door and lay down on the bed. In his subconscious, he studied fuin further and chatted with Kronos. Time skip 2 years. Naruto became at the level of Kaguya, who was Ishiki's younger sister. He couldn't beat Ishiki or Senshi, he didn't fully master Tai and Ken. In Bukenjutsu and Fuinjutsu, he had no equal, and ideally manages his own eyes, but now everyone is heading towards the academy, because today Naruto and Menma are entering the academy. He and Kushina were going to the academy. Naruto has created his own special technique, only Otsutsuki can create it. He releases his chakra around him at a distance of 20 centimeters of such density that if something falls into this area it will fall apart into dust. The first time I saw this technique, Ishiki was surprised, but later he also created one. For this you need to have a lot of chakras. They came to the academy and started looking at the stage. But the Uchiha came up to them. Sasuke was cold. But before Naruto, he is like a cancer to Mount Miyaboku. Itachi was looking at Naruto. But Minato appeared on the scene and began to rub the game about the will of fire. Naruto wasn't listening. But then they started calling to the ball. Menma Namikaze, said Chunin. Menma came out to the ball with a smile. It turned red, which meant that the chakra was at the level of Jonin and higher. S class, the last Otsutsuki. Naruto, said Chunin. Naruto came out and started walking towards the ball. Coming up, the ball became a cosmic color. Chunin, like Minato, was in shock. Naruto only snorted at this and went towards the Hokage family. S class, the chakra is stronger than Biju, Chunin said with shock. Explosion, said Naruto the moment and the ball shattered into pieces. Naruto went to the family and created a bed for himself and branches. But they began to sort by class. Naruto went to the last desk. Menma and Shikamaru sat down next to him, the only one who didn't annoy Naruto. Shikamaru was very smart and lazy, and that was what the little god liked. But Chunin came into the office with a scar on the bridge of his nose and hair in the shape of a pineapple, and so, I am your teacher for the next 5 years, my name is Irika Yumano, I love obedient children, I don't like bullies, my dream is to become the director of the academy, and the goal is to make you good shinobi, said the teacher. Half of the class will become cannon fodder in the war, it's nicer to hear the truth than a lie, said Naruto. And so, let's introduce ourselves, said the teacher. Everyone started coming out and telling, Menma Namikaze, said Irika. Menma, as usual, came out to the blackboard with a smile that I am Menma Namikaze, I love ramen, family and village, I don't like traitors, my hobby is to eat ramen and train, my dream is to remove arrogance from my brother, the goal is to become a hokage, Menma said. Naruto just snorted arrogantly at this. Menma rolled his eyes in frustration and returned to his seat. Sasuke Uchiha, said Irika. A boy with black hair with a hint of blue in a blue t-shirt and white shorts approached Irika. The guy had black eyes. I'm Sasuke Uchiha, I love the clan, I don't like weaklings, my dream and goal is to become the head of the clan, my hobby is training, Sasuke said and returned to his desk. And the last one, Naruto Otsutsuki, said Irika. Naruto pathetically with his hands in his pockets went to Irika, but then someone tripped him up. Naruto type will not notice and stepped heavily on his feet, he even screamed a little. Naruto looked at him like a bug. Don't you dare bother me, bug, said Naruto. Naruto went on. The girls looked at him with delight and with love. Naruto was the most beautiful in the academy and even a horn that was in the shape of a crown. Naruto turned to everyone, Naruto Otsutsuki, I love my friends, I don't like when people consider themselves gods, a hobby to train, a dream and a goal is not there, Naruto said too arrogantly. Yuri just an arrogant bastard. Someone shouted. Naruto got angry at this. Kunai appeared in his hand and for a second Naruto is standing behind that student and kunai is placed to his stomach, the bug offends me, what impudence, do you know why the stomach? A blow to the throat and heart quickly kills the victim, and the victim suffers in the stomach and also dies, because there are also important organs there, Naruto said, releasing a grain of ki Chronos. Everyone was covered with animal fear and it seemed to everyone that Naruto was a god. He just turned off the ki and appeared in his place. The cloak flew pathetically in the air and he sat down. You're a good boy, none of the little people dare to insult God, said Chronos in his head clearly. Naruto said in his head, well, there are no classes today, so everyone is free, Irika said. Then Naruto just disappeared. No one even noticed. Menma went downstairs where his parents were. Hi, Menma said. Hi, where's Naruto? Kushina asked. Menma began to look around. But he didn't see his brother. I don't know, he disappeared somewhere, Menma said. Now we will find the chakra, said Minato. Chita Namikaze ran to the Naruto training ground. But there were powerful barriers that even Kushina could not damage. What is this Fuin? Minato asked. I don't know, but it's definitely not Fuin Uzumaki, if there was our Fuin, then I could at least damage it, Kushina said. But then the barriers disappeared. Naruto was standing there, looking irritably at his family. Why don't you let me work out, said Naruto. Naruto, why did you leave? Because we wanted to go with other clan families to celebrate your admission, Minato said. It was you who wanted it, not me, so don't interfere with my training, Naruto said. And barriers appeared again. Timeskip 5 years and so the days of the academy passed. Naruto became on the level of Ishiki but did not always win 2/6 of his victory. I improved all my skills. His punches always go to Tenketsu Taijutsu, Ishiki Kenjutsu, staff, Ishiki Senjutsu, does not own Ireninjutsu, does not own, but his chakra is healing. He also has a frenzied regeneration in 3 hours, can restore any Limbukenjutsu, better than Itachi Fuinjutsu, the best dojutsu, the best ninjutsu, knows all techniques without elements chakra, infinite plus Chronos chakra control. Perfect. But now he is going home, today is the birthday of his brother and Naruto himself. He created a kunai from a powerful material that not every Baijidama will destroy. He put a fuin on his eyes so that they could not pull it out. The clothes haven't changed. Entering the house, he again noticed the family of the heads of the Hyuga, Nara, Uchiha and Hatake Kakashi clans. Naruto looked around at them all and approached Menma. You're wearing a gift, Naruto said, holding out the box. Thank you, brother, Menma said. Naruto has already disappeared around the corner. Menma opened the box and saw a kunai that looked like a kunai Minato. Minato walked over and took it. This kunai is very light, even lighter than mine. Menma, let's go check the strength, said Minato. Let's go, Menma said. They went to the training ground. Minato took his kunai, and Menma took his. The moment and kunai came together, but Menma's kunai didn't even have a scratch, but Minato's kunai broke like a match. Everyone was in shock. Menma threw a kunai at the target and hit exactly the target. Interesting, Menma said, but then kunai flew back into Menma's hand. But now Naruto and Menma were going to the academy. Menma was joyful because today is the exam for Genin. Naruto was annoyed that his brother was enjoying some kind of exam where he had to show 3 basic techniques. After going to class, they sat down in their place. No one wanted to touch Naruto because they remember the situation. Flashback. Now Naruto was sleeping and playing shogi with Kronos in his subconscious. As soon as Iruka threw chalk at him, the chalk was almost at his forehead as he turned to dust. Naruto felt it and woke up. Don't annoy me, Iruka, said Naruto. So, we're all going to the landfill, said Iruka. Everyone went out there. Naruto was considered the most brilliant student of the academy in history. Everyone started throwing kunai and Naruto stood and looked at the sky. Naruto, throw kunai, shouted Iruka. Naruto pointed his index finger at the target and a white chakra in the shape of a bullet flew out. It broke through a target, a tree, a fence and stopped in the wall of the counter. Naruto chuckled contentedly. This was Naruto's personal technique. He collects and squeezes the chakra at the tip of his finger and releases it at the target. It can only be repeated by Otsutsuki or people of the level of shinobi gods, the highest score, said Iruka. And flashback. Later, Shikamaru approached them. Sasuke sat down in front of them. He was neutral towards Namikaze and Otsutsuki, but he didn't want to sit next to them because they would be surrounded by girls. And Naruto once freaked out on the girls and almost blew up the whole academy. They ate as they calmed down. And that calmed the 2 Umbu squad and the Hokage himself. But Iruka enters the office. He had documents in his hands, and so, now there will be a written test, later your kunai and shuriken throws, later techniques. Iruka said. Everyone was given forms and everyone started writing. Naruto completed all the questions and took them to Iruka. Well done, go to the landfill, said Iruka. Naruto came out and another Chunin was standing there. Throw kunai and shurikens, at least 6, said Chunin. Naruto picked up 10 kunai the moment he was in the air and threw it exactly into the center of the targets. When he landed, he took another 10 shurikens and threw the same. Well done, go to the 205 auditorium, said Chunin. Naruto went there. Hyuga was watching Naruto's chakra. There was also Hokage and Naruto's teacher, and so, Naruto, show cloning and henge, said Minato. Naruto started doing techniques, but Hyuga noticed that the chakra flows started to work wrong, which meant that someone was spoiling Naruto's chakra control. He just raised his index finger at Mizuki. Don't you dare, bug, I have to stop the flow of chakra, said Naruto. A moment later, a bullet flew out of the finger and pierced the shoulder. Naruto created a shadow clone and he adopted Henge Shiki. Well done, show another technique not from the academy, said Minato proudly. Naruto created a clone for this. No one understood, but the clone approached Mizuki. Well, traitor, it's time for the next world, said the clone. He took it by the scruff of the neck and jumped out of the window into the lake with it. The moment the explosion occurred and the water sprayed the whole building. Minato whistled. Well done, here's your bandage, Minato said, holding out the bandage. Yeah, Naruto said. He took the bandage and left the office. He went home. There he met Kushina, who had already prepared lunch. Hi son, I see I've become a genin. Kushina said. Yes, said Naruto. He sat down in his seat, and after about 20 minutes Menma and Minato came. Well, I congratulate you on becoming a genius, Minato said with a smile. A meaningless title that will give a month of hemorrhoid tasks of rank D, Naruto said irritably. And what should I do there, brother? Menma asked. Cleaning Inuzuka dogs, digging vegetable gardens, catching the daimyo's wife's cat, and a lot of rural pursuits, Naruto said. I'm going back to the academy, Menma said. And I don't want to catch a daimyo cat. If he scratches me, I'll make a shawarma out of him, Naruto said. Minato and Kushina laughed. Naruto scared irritably. Menma laughed like a child, which made Kushina have stars in her eyes. Naruto ate and went to his room. Now Naruto was already sitting in his classroom and began to wait for his classmates and sensei. 3 hours later, everyone came. Naruto did not wear a blindfold, but he wore it in print. That I am glad that you have become a Konoha shinobi. Carry this title with pride and honor. There will still be serious obstacles on your way, so I wish you good luck, said Irika, crying. Many were crying too. And an ardent fan of Sasuke, Sakura Haruno, noticed that I don't have a tread. Hey, Naruto, where's your protector? Sakura asked, shouting. It's none of your business, bug, Naruto said. Sakura was angry that she was told this. She already wanted to hit him as Menma caught her hand and took her away from Naruto. Don't be stupid, his shield will turn your hand to dust. He is stronger than all of our class, and I would not advise flattery on him. He is arrogant from birth. Menma Sadie agree with him. I myself do not climb to Naruto, said Sasuke. And so, that's enough, let's start, said Irika. Team 10, Shikamaru Nara, Choji Akimichi, Ino Yamanaka and Sensei Asuma Sarutobi. Team 8, Kiba Inuzuka, Hinata Hyuga, Shino Aburame and Sensei Yuhi Kurinai. Team 7, Menma Namikaze, Sasuke Uchiha. He did not have time to finish as he was interrupted by Sakura. Ino Pork, I'm in a team with Sasuke-kun. Sakura said. Shut up, you jerk, said Naruto. Ahem, Naruto Otsutsuki and Sensei Hatake Kakashi, said Irika. Sakura got into the team of new names. Later, the teams began to disassemble, and after about 15 minutes, Team 7 was sitting in the audience. Naruto got up and went to the wall opposite the door. He started making complex mechanisms. He reduced the kunai to a millimeter in length. He put them on 4 sides. When launched, they fly into the door, but Naruto increases them to a decimeter in length. After 3 hours, the door opened. From there appeared a guy about 25 years old with ashen hair who did not know the laws of gravity. He was dressed in the uniform of an elite Konoha Jonin, had a half-face mask on his face, and a Konoha bandage covered his left eye. But then little kunai flew at him. Naruto hid his left eye behind his hair and increased it by a decimeter in length. Kakashi ate away from the attacks, but there were cuts on his suit. There was also one cut under his dignity. Kakashi's eyes became 5 kopecks. Naruto got up and went to the window. It's a pathetic sight, bug, you're late, I'm castrating you, Naruto said loudly, saying the last word. Kakashi nodded nervously. On the roof, said Kakashi, and disappeared in a whirlwind of leaves. Sasuke and Menma went up the stairs and Naruto just walked along the wall. There was a whole Kakashi sitting there who changed his clothes. After 5 minutes, the others came, and so, let's get acquainted, said Kakashi. Show an example, Menma asked. Okay, I'm Kakashi Hatake, Konoha's elite Jonin. I love and I don't like you to know, I don't need to read, I'll keep my dream and goal to myself, Kakashi said, looking at Menma. I am Menma Namikaze, I love family and the village, I don't like my brother's arrogance, my dream and goal is to become a Hokage, and I have ramen as a hobby, Menma Sadium. Sasuke Uchiha, I love family and clan, I don't like traitors, hobby training, dream and goal to become the head of the clan, said Sasuke. I am Naruto Otsutsuki, I don't like when people consider themselves gods, the rest is not there, said Naruto. It's clear, so we met, tomorrow at the training ground 7 at 5 o'clock in the morning, don't eat or you'll be sick, said Kakashi and disappeared. Naruto disappeared in a white flash, and the others dispersed. Sasuke and Menma were standing sleepily, and their bellies were rumbling. Here a cheerful Naruto approaches them who ate Kushin strep. She did not mind. Minato wanted to dissuade them, but Naruto told the essence of the test and Minato gave him something to eat. But then Kakashi appears. He came 2 hours later. Hi, I'll get to the point. Your task is to take away the bells that hang on my belt, said Kakashi, and I'll castrate you. You're too late, said Naruto. Please, I won't do it anymore. Kakashi begged for the last time. I forgive you, said Naruto. Phew. Kakashi exhaled. So where are the bells? Menma asked. Kakashi looked at the belt and saw no bells. But I heard the bell. Turning in his hands, Naruto had his bells. A meaningless exam, our team would not have passed. Teamwork. Menma is an idiot, though strong. Sasuke is cold and wants to prove that he is more brilliant than his brother. I am the one who will not ever work in a team with people, but I will probably work with them, Naruto said. From where? Kakashi asked. What exactly are you talking about? Naruto asked. About everything. Kakashi said. While I was distracting you, I created a hand from my chakra that captured the bells through the ground, and I realized about the answer to the test after you showed 2 bells so that we quarreled, Naruto said. Are you using the chakra so well? Kakashi asked. And you throw your book at me, Naruto said with a grin. Kakashi did so. And when the book was 20 centimeters from Naruto, it turned to dust. No! Kakashi shouted. You're late again. Your books and your dignity will turn to dust, so think about it, said Naruto. A month has passed. Team 7 performed D-rank missions, but naturally Naruto did not perform them, but lay on a tree. Kakashi stopped being late, but now Naruto and Menma are sitting and eating. It was morning and their parents were still at the table. Listen guys, what did you do with Kakashi? He stopped being late. It's not like him, Minato said. I'll go, Naruto said, and left the house. What's wrong, Menma? Kushina asked. It's just Kakashi-sensei pinched Naruto's shield on himself. He lost his book and Naruto threatened him. If he was late, he would also destroy all Kakashi-sensei's books and his dignity, Menma said. Kushina laughed and Minato was pale. Menma Dove also ran away, and Minato teleported to his office. Naruto was standing at the residence. Later, Sasuke and later Menma approached him. How long are you going to sit in a tree? Naruto asked. Yar, said Kakashi. From the tree he jumped off it and they went to the Hokage's office. There were elders Konoha and Irika, and so, you are the strongest geniuses of the generation, so you are given the first mission of rank C, escorting a builder to the land of waves. Minato said. Okay, we agree, said Kakashi. Kakashi received the scroll and began to read it. Mole, call Tazuna-san, Minato said. After about 10 minutes, an old man with glasses came in and he had sake in his hands. Ik. And these kids will accompany me, Ik? Ik, especially this white one, the builder asked. Menma let out a chuckle. From Naruto went the aura of death from which the glass and the bottle of sake exploded. Naruto's hair rose up. You miserable nobody, how dare you criticize me, cut out your tongue or tear it off. Naruto asked with a maniac smile, and in Naruto's eyes there was a feeling of disgust for Tazuna. Naruto, calm down, Tazuna-san, you insulted Konoha's shinobi, for this we can already arrest you and you still have to pay Konoha, said Minato. I'm sorry, I'll be waiting for them at the gate in 2 hours, said Tazuna. Naruto has already disappeared and Kakashi disappeared in a whirlwind of leaves. Other genins just went outside. Naruto came back all angry and just locked himself in the room. He began to collect things and when he collected them, he sealed them in a seal. When she came out, Kushina saw him frowning, so she kept silent. Later came Menma, who also began to pack things. Menma, what about Naruto? Kushina asked. Oh, yes, the customer underestimated him and Naruto got angry, but his father managed to calm him down, otherwise the builder was without a tongue, Menma said, and left. They came to the gate. Kakashi and Sasuke were standing there. Later, a builder came up. We can move out, said the builder. They walked along the path. They walked for 7 hours. Menma asked Kakashi about the country of waves. Naruto walked and checked the path through the sensor. But then he saw a puddle. Naruto grinned. Kakashi, could you give me a zipper in my hand? Naruto said. Kakashi folded the seals and the hand began to sparkle and emit the singing of 1,000 birds. He gave this hand to Naruto. He just took the zipper in his hand. He began to pour in the chakra and the lightning turned white, which was already all around. Chidori-like, Chidori, said Naruto. He struck this lightning into a puddle from which 2 Nukeninum in severe burns flew out from there. Everyone understood that they were not tenants. Naruto walked up to them and started looking into their eyes. Who sent it? Naruto asked. Fuck you. Nukenin shouted. Has already spat at Naruto. Naruto dodged. But the moment he cut off his leg. I asked a question, you jerk, you answer, said Naruto. The moment and the second leg was separated. Gato, it's Gato. Nukenin shouted. Naruto stood up and put his index fingers on the heads of the Nukenins. Before Menma could say something, 2 bullets from the chakra pierced the heads of the Nukenins. Tazuna-san, how do you answer that? Kakashi asked. I'm sorry, we just don't have the money for the missions above, said Tetsuna. You understand, I have no right to put my students in danger. We're going back, Kakashi said. Well, okay, and they will kill me, my daughter, and my grandson will be an orphan. Tadzin pressed on pity. Naruto abruptly shortened the distance and took Tadzin by the throat. Don't you dare complain to me about a bad life here. You're a pathetic nobody, when it doesn't matter what you insult us, when you need our help, you immediately start begging and pushing for pity. You annoy me, maybe you should kill now and get money? Naruto asked. Naruto, calm down, Kakashi said. Naruto looked furiously at Kakashi, from which he backed away. I'm sorry, Tetsuna said. Naruto released Tetsuna in disgust. I don't care, I want to kill Gato and take his money, Naruto said, starting to walk towards the waves. The Genins followed him, but Kakashi had no choice. He also went there sighing heavily. After 7 hours, a blonde appeared in front of them. She had some kind of clown outfit. There was a green triangle on his forehead. Wow, Kakashi's Sharingan himself, said Delta. Naruto looked at Kakashi and then at the girl. Tell me your name, said Kakashi. Delta, said the girl. Naruto created a Rasengan and sent it to the girl. Kakashi arrived in shock to get the Rasengan thrown. But suddenly he was sucked into the girl's eye. She laughed madly. So she can absorb techniques with her eyes, but I know an option, Chronos, add chakras to my technique. Naruto thought. All right, kid, Chronos said. Naruto pointed his index finger towards the delta. Stop, it's pointless, said Kakashi. But then a space-colored bullet flew into the delta. Delta swallowed it up again. The technique is strong, but not for me, the girl said. Are you sure? Naruto asked. Then Delta's body began to burst and swell. How? The girl asked in shock. I put another kind of chakra into the last technique. No one could swallow this chakra normally except me. Now you are being destroyed at the cellular level. Your body simply could not cope with this chakra, Naruto said arrogantly. Damn kid, said the girl. The moment and the explosion thundered. There was no girl. Team 7 went on to Tazuna's house. Later in the evening they went to eat. At the table, in addition to Tazuna and Team 7, was Tazuna's daughter, Tsunami, and his grandson Inari. Naruto sat and ate in silence. He spread his acre all over the house and even people without a censor felt it. She was white and ice cold. Inari was silent for fear of angering him. And so, we will start training tomorrow morning, we will learn to walk on trees, said Kakashi. Naruto's eye twitched nervously. Actually, I can walk on trees and water, Naruto said irritably. Well, then you will accompany Tazuna-san to the bridge with me, and the clone will teach others, Kakashi said. And so the week of training and construction went on. The bridge was almost completed. But at the moment, Team 7 was standing in a clearing. Today we will find out your elements, Kakashi said to everyone. He handed out the leaves. Sasuke reacted only two, the first burned, the second crumpled. The menma was cut in half. I don't have them, Naruto said calmly. Have you checked yet? Kakashi asked. Naruto just nodded and menma showed a mocking smile. Well, now at least somewhere I surpass you. In ninjutsu you will be a complete zero, said menma. For this, Naruto created a Rasengan of the size of the entire palm in his hand. Don't you dare mock me, otherwise I'll show you a technique that can turn your organs into porridge, Naruto said. Well, menma, Naruto is so strong, with such strength. He should definitely have a minus, he has ninjutsu and genjutsu, said Kakashi. Another senjutsu, said Naruto. Bad, said Kakashi. I live by the rule, you need to be afraid not of someone who has studied 1,000 blows, but of someone who has studied a blow 1,000 times, Naruto said. And what does it give? Menma asked. I can use techniques without elements without using seals, I also spend very little chakra, said Naruto. Okay, let's go to the bridge, said Kakashi. The whole Team 7 went to the bridge. Construction started there. 3 hours later, a large-built man in a black raincoat appeared. Get ready, Kakashi said, but then the man folded the seals. Yotan, rubber wave, said Strange. A rubber wave was flying at Team 7. Kakashi and Naruto did not react, because they had already seen the genomes, and Menma and Sasuke were in shock and could not move. The wave rushed at them, but Naruto appeared in front of them. His bangs of hair covered his left eye. He put out his hand and absorbed the technique. You will have to, said Naruto. Thank you, said Menma. Kakashi lifted his blindfold and Sharingan with 3 tomos looked at the strange one. Naruto stood next to him. But Kakashi, like the others from Team 7, fell to their knees. What is this? Naruto asked. He started to look around and saw black clouds. He immediately released his chakra, which destroyed this virus. He created 3 clones that cured the team. Menma and Sasuke were passed out and they were put at the builders. He uses a virus in the air, but he grows it in himself, but I drove the virus away, said Naruto. The moment and he was standing behind the strange and hit in the head. The head was destroyed. But the moment and the head grew. Naruto jumped back, surprised. He began to observe the body of the unknown. I'm Burrow, now introduce yourself, said Strange. Kakashi. Hatake, said Kakashi. You don't need to know, bug, said Naruto. He walked up to Kakashi and started whispering something in his ear. The big guy has a regeneration that even Biju will envy, but the downside is that in his body I found a type of core that gives him this regeneration. It moves throughout the body. He is essentially a mass. After destroying the core, he will stop regenerating. Find him with the help of Sharingan and destroy him with the help of Chidori, Naruto said and pulled away. Kakashi immediately understood the essence and began to follow. After a minute he found the core and began to fold the seals. Chidori, said Kakashi. A moment and he flew to Burrow. That one had a core in his right side. Kakashi pulled out the core and broke it. Nu, you attacked me, God. Burrow shouted. Naruto was already angry. But then Burrow's body turned into an octopus. He started destroying everything like an animal. Kakashi he threw it to Menma and Sasuke, who began to observe everything. Naruto, run. Kakashi shouted. Naruto was about to leave when he was hit by a fist driving into the ground. And so 4 blows of the bully passed. But then smoke started coming out of the fist. Burrow turned to the chakra. Know your place, nonentity, said Naruto. Jogan was burning in his eyes. Kakashi was surprised and started looking at those eyes. It can't be, you're Otsutsuki, Burrow said with fear. That's right, I'm Naruto Otsutsuki, my friend Senshi Otsutsuki and Ishiki Otsutsuki. You're a pathetic little man who thinks he's a god. I'll fix it, said Naruto. The moment he appeared in front of Burrow and hit him, he flew off to the side. Naruto flew up to him and started looking at him with disgust. Rasengan, said Naruto. A ball appeared in his hand that was 3 times bigger than Naruto. Burrow was hit with this ball and there was no trace of him. Kakashi was shocked by Naruto's strength. He landed on the ground and his eyes turned blue again. He started to approach Kakashi when he heard laughter. Haha, Burrow, who considered himself a god, was killed by some boy. A karatishka in a business suit laughed. Naruto turned around and got angry. Naruto printed out a worm-sized snake. Kill them all, said Naruto. Yes, sir, the snake hissed. Everyone started laughing, but Kakashi was watching carefully. Jogan reappeared in one eye. The snake has become 5 times bigger than Naruto. She started eating people. So his eyes can increase and decrease the size of objects. He also has a lot of chakra and good control. It's interesting, but it will be necessary to keep silent about these eyes. The hunt for them will begin. Thank God Menma and Sasuke are sleeping, Kakashi thought. When the snake devoured everyone, Naruto reduced it to its initial size and sealed it. The eye became normal again. Kakashi, tell at least someone I will kill you. The time will come and I will show it to the world myself, said Naruto. Okay, said Kakashi. They took Genuis on their shoulders and went into the house. After going inside, they saw 2 bandits who wanted to kill the tsunami. Naruto abruptly appears in front of them and catches the katana blade with his staff. There was not even a scratch on the staff, which cannot be said about katanas. They cracked and broke. Naruto knocked out 2 with a sharp movement. Removing the staff, he took it by the scruff of the neck and carried it outside. He threw it like a garbage bag on the ground. 2 black-colored daggers appeared in his hands. A moment and 2 of the bandits' hearts were pierced. Later, he buried these 2 and spat in the face for the last time. Naruto returned home. Kakashi was there reading his book while Sasuke and Menma were sleeping. Well, what are we going to do? Naruto asked. Tomorrow the bridge will be completed and therefore tomorrow we are going back to Konoha, said Kakashi. Later, the bridge was completed. The bridge was named after Naruto, Otsutsuki Bridge. Later, our team returned. Genuis were dismissed. Brother, what happened then? Menma asked. When exactly? Naruto asked. After that strange one appeared, Menma said. Then he used the lava genome, namely a rubber wave. You were shocked, but I saved you, after he released the virus. You turned off, and I helped Kakashi. My clones removed the virus with my chakra. Later I destroyed the enemy's head, but it recovered. Later I discovered that there was a core inside the body. Well, Kakashi destroyed it. Due to the loss of the core, the body could not withstand the force and turned into a monster. He knocked out Kakashi, but later I destroyed him. Naruto said. How did he release the virus and where did he store it? Menma asked. In his body. He had an antidote, and he released it through the bars that he had on his body. In fact, he could destroy Konoha with this virus. Naruto said. See, Menma said they came home where Kushina was cooking. When she saw her children, she ran up and hugged them. Oh, you've been on a mission for a long time, I even missed you, Kushina said. Mom, go cook better, otherwise I feel like it's already burning. Naruto said. Kushina immediately ran away to cook. Kakashi was standing in front of Minato. The mission was completed. It was inflated to the level of S rank. No one was injured. 2 dangerous criminals were killed. At the end the Otsutsuki Bridge was built. Kakashi reported. Why is Naruto's last name on the bridge? Minato asked. It's simple. He did a lot on the mission and so decided to thank. So, said Kakashi. Okay, give the reward to Sasuke, Minato said, handing over the money. Hi, said Kakashi and left. Now Menma was walking down the street and heard screams. After going there, he saw 2 Genuis from Suna holding the grandson of the 3rd Hokage, who was like a grandfather for Minato's children. Hey, let him go. Menma shouted, and the fact that the one who held it did not have time to finish as there was a sharp blade of a black dagger on his neck. The second genie also had a dagger at her throat. Look, Suna, you are on the territory of Konoha, so it's better not to show your teeth. I can already kill you here for attacking a resident of Konoha and especially the grandson of the 3rd Hokage, Naruto said monotonously and irritably. The Genuis shivered. Menma was surprised by Naruto's speed and stealth. Let go of the child, otherwise I'll cut my throat. I have 3 witnesses, said Naruto. Sasuke was sitting on a tree and swinging his leg. Genin lowered the child to the ground. He ran behind Menma. Introduce yourself, said Naruto. Sabaka no Kankuro, said Genin. Sabaka no Temari, said the second Genin. Why are you here? Menma asked Menma, don't be stupid, our father told us that the Chunin exam is coming soon, so Suna is also participating, Naruto said, and the last phrase for himself come out, one-tailed, said Naruto. Then a guy about 12 years old with red hair came out of the tree. He had a pumpkin on his back and the kanji, love, on his forehead. How did you know? The guy asked. From you, the chakra of a stupid raccoon is burning, Naruto said. Ask me what my name is. The joyful Menma begged. Not interested. Tell me your name. Horned, said Gaara. And you can die for a horned one, said Naruto. My Sabaka no Gaara, now yours, Gaara said, understanding Naruto's hint. Naruto Otsutsuki, you are the son of Kazekage, and I am the son of Hokage. Interesting battle, said Naruto, and disappeared in the portal. Stage 1 went according to the canon as well as the second. Orochimaru was not attacked, as he lives in the village and conducts experiments on prisoners. Danzo wanted to frame him, but he couldn't because of his death. But our Genins stood in front of the 3rd and 4th Hokage and other heads of the Konoha clan. That I am glad that a lot of participants have passed, but there are too many of you, you need to be cut in half. Dear people will come to stage 3, so, Itachi Uchiha, start, said Minato. The fighting began. Everyone was boring. Listen, Kronos, remove the barrier on the brain, I want to have fun, thought Naruto. Good, even interesting, said Kronos. And so, the last fight, Naruto Otsutsuki vs Ino Yamanaka, Itachi, said Naruto. Just jumped and landed at the examiner. His hands were in the pockets of his trousers, and his raincoat was falling down impressively. Ino proudly walked out in front of Naruto. Are you ready? Itachi asked, to which he received 2 nods. Itachi shouted and jumped back. There is nothing that will not be able to stop the Yamanaka clan's technique, mind transference, Ino said, folding the seal in the form of a square. A moment and her body went limp. But Naruto smiled like a psycho. Ino appeared in space. She began to look around as her little finger was hit. She flew away for many kilometers. From there she saw a humanoid creature with 3 eyes. He looked arrogantly at Ino. She saw only the torso and the head with the arms. You are weak, you fell for a trick. The best Yamanaka tried to break into the boy at the age of 5, but they were swatted by me. I wanted to have fun, like my carrier, so I opened a barrier to the carrier's brain. I can swat you here, so there will be 2 hours of terrible things in your pathetic human life. Kronos shouted like a psycho. He started kicking Ino with his little fingers. She was flying and screaming from all the pain. She had almost all her bones broken, except those that are considered vital. Ino woke up in her body and started screaming like a cut. Kronos put Naruto's seal on the brain. Naruto started laughing like crazy. Everyone was overcome by this laughter. You're a pathetic nobody. You think if you can break into the brains of opponents, it doesn't mean that they don't have their own bodyguard. You're a pathetic human bug, Naruto said. He kicked her with such force that the wall she flew into began to crack as if a Rasengan had flown into it. Naruto already wanted to finish her off as he was shackled by the shadow of Shikaku. Cool down, Naruto, said Minato. Do you people think that I can be detained by an ordinary shadow? You pathetic bastards, said Naruto. The shadow became voluminous and twisted Naruto. But he just took hold of the shadow with his hands and sent Shikaku into the wall. Everyone was in shock. Minato, like Menma and Kushina, stood proud of their relative. Lucky for you, Yamanaka, I'm not going to Nikeninum, Naruto said. He started walking towards the exit. Oh, how lucky, no one could survive after my subconscious, Naruto said, and left. Inoichi immediately ran up to her and started checking her consciousness. He was in shock and started backing away. Minato immediately approached him. What happened? Minato asked all her moral bones are broken, but so as not to kill her, she was bullied for 2 hours, it will take a day to recover, Inoichi said. Everyone stood in shock. Gaara became even more interested in this, horned, as Gaara called him. Every other day Minato was on his way to the hospital to Ino's room. He paid for a private room as a sign of apology. After passing through, Inoichi was sitting there and Ino was lying awake. Daughter, you will be asked questions, and you answer them, understand? Inoichi asked gently. Ino only nodded understandingly. Ino, you got into the subconscious, what was it like? Minato asked. It looked like space, a lot of stars, but there were no planets. Ino said. Did you see a fox there? Minato asked. No. Ino said. And who hurt you so much? Minato asked. I do not know what it is, but it is stronger than Kyuubi and all 9 bijus combined. He can destroy our village with just his little finger, it is very huge. When I regained consciousness, I began to look around, but then a blow with my little finger flew into me. I flew several kilometers away. And only then I saw a part of the torso, face and hands. He had 3 eyes, blue glowed and a black scara. He himself was also a cosmic color, only a different color. He told me the words, you are weak, you fell for a trick. The best Yamanaka tried to break into the boy at the age of 5, but they were swatted by me. I, like my carrier, wanted to have fun, so I opened a barrier to the carrier's brain. I can swat you here, so there will be 2 hours of terrible things in your pathetic human life. That's all. He spoke in a rough voice with notes of a psycho. He started beating me for 2 hours. Later I found myself in my body. Ino said. What does that mean, Minato? Inoichi asked. I don't know about the creature, but about the best Yamanaka. It's in my office, said Minato. Yamanaka nodded and kissed Ino on the forehead. Later, the elders disappeared. They appeared in the office of the Hokage where all the heads of clans and elders of Konoha were. I've gathered you here to explain everything, Minato said. What does it all mean? Fugaku asked. What does it mean that the best Yamanaka tried to get into Naruto's brain? Inoichi asked. I'll start from the beginning. Naruto was 5 years old then. He was arrogant from birth, but not because he was the son of Hokage. He considered all people bugs, and only if he was really strong he called worms. At 5 years old he was walking again, but that day he was kidnapped by Umbu Root. Danzo wanted to make Naruto a weapon on a par with Jinchuriki. All because of my genius, which was passed on to Naruto. He was tortured for 5 hours, but he did not break down. Then he promised that he would crush Danzo personally. Yamanaki under Danzo's subordination tried to pass into the mind, but there they were simply squeezed like a press. They turned into a cake. Later, when they wanted to put the seals of submission, they were burned out by a cosmic-colored chakra, and then Naruto's eyes turned blue, which glowed and the scara darkened, and then he, like a psycho, killed everything and everything on the basis of the root. He killed 400 of the best shinobi Konoha and Danzo. Later when everyone was dead he fell unconscious, then we broke the barriers. I took him to the hospital, said Minato. Everyone stood in shock. Then we definitely need to make a weapon out of it, Koharu said. Shut up, he's my son, and even if you try to make a weapon out of him, he will simply destroy Konoha and will not care what his relatives are here. Minato said sternly. That's enough, let the guy stay in the family. If Danzo could not make a weapon out of him, although he is a professional, then you will not succeed, Hiruzen said. After talking, everyone dispersed. Everyone has been training all month. Naruto will fight against Sakura, who is afraid. Naruto lived in the forest where he strengthened his instincts. Menma was taught by Kushina and Minato. Kakashi Sasuke is paired with Itachi, but now everyone was standing in the arena except Naruto. We decided to start without him. Everyone sat and watched, even Kazekage and Hokage. The daimyo of wind and the daimyo of fire also arrived. The fight between Neji and Menma began, where Menma barely stood up to Neji, and only thanks to Rasengan managed. The next fight, Sakura Haruno and Naruto Oatsutsuki. Itachi said Sakura came out, but Naruto did not appear. The stands roared. But then everyone heard an angry voice. "Shut up, Bugs," said the voice. Everyone looked up and saw a guy about 13 years old with straight white hair that was shoulder length and white skin. A crown-shaped horn grew on his head. The eyes were blue and glowing, and the scara of the eyes was black. He was dressed in a white raincoat with a lining of purple and yellow fabric in the form of a strip. The raincoat was with a high collar that hid the half of the handsome guy's face. He wore white shinobi pants and high white shinobi sandals. "Pathetic worms," said Naruto. He landed on the floor and started looking at everyone with his dojutsu. Hyuga, like Uchiha, activated their dojutsu, and Naruto's eyes were full of power. Kakashi remembered that the eyes are very strong. "And do I have to fight with some clanless one?" "You infuriate me, stupid Bugs," said Naruto. "Are you ready?" Itachi asked. "Yes." Naruto said arrogantly. "Yes." Sakura said softly. "Let's get started." Itachi shouted and jumped back. "Shall we have some fun?" Naruto asked with a sadistic smile. Suddenly, veins bulged near his eyes, which meant that his eyes had Byakugan abilities. The moment Naruto stood in front of her looking into her eyes, she jumped back in fear. But Naruto appeared in front of her again. "Heaven strikes, 128 heaven touches, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128 blows," said Naruto. He delivered quick punches that even Hugs envied. Sakura ate as she stood. "I'll tell you a secret," Naruto said, and a staff appeared in his hands. "I use a staff and not a katana due to the fact that I use my personal style. I'm not hitting to kill, but I'm hitting tenketsu, so get ready," said Naruto the moment, and he began to deliver strong blows. A minute later, all tenketsu Sakura were closed. The staff in Naruto's hands disappeared and he began to look at Sakura as garbage. But with the last of her strength, she threw kunai from different sides. Naruto would not have had time to reflect everything or move away. "Rotation," said Naruto. A moment and he spun in a white dome and all the kunai turned into sand. Naruto took off and sat on the wall and started watching. The fights were boring. Temari lost to Shikamaru, but he gave up and she passed on. Kankuro also gave up. Gaara lost to Sasuke, and so, now there will be 2 fights, Sabaka no Temari and Menma Namikaze. The second one is Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Otsutsuki, Itachi said. 30 minutes later, Sasuke and Naruto entered the arena. Sasuke had a Sharingan with 3 tomos in his eyes. "I will win you and become the head and get the respect of the clan, so I'm sorry," said Sasuke. "Should I pull out your tongue and break all your bones, or pull out your eyes?" Naruto asked calmly. "Let's get started." Itachi shouted and jumped back. Sasuke ran to taijutsu. He thought he would surpass because of Sharingan. But Naruto saw it all slowly. Kakashi noted for himself that Naruto's eyes have Byakugan and Sharingan abilities. Naruto was just playing with Sasuke and his clones. Naruto stood and calmly looked at Sasuke, who had an average shortness of breath. "Thanks to Sharingan, you have the level of a strong Chunin or even a Jonin in taijutsu, but your eyes are nothing compared to mine," Naruto said. He flies up to Sasuke and hits him in the solar plexus with his fist, from which he flew into the wall. The wall just started to crack. Sasuke couldn't get up. Naruto took off and lay down in the air. Naruto Otsutsuki won. The following participants. Itachi said Sasuke's body was taken away and Menma and Temari went out. "Are you ready?" Nods. "Started." Itachi said. Temari immediately opened her fan and released a stream of wind into Menma, but he destroyed it with his wind. He threw the kunai towards Temari, but she just missed it next to her. Menma appeared above her and caught his kunai. The moment and with all his strength he hits her in the back. She becomes pinned to the floor. Menma Namikaze won. "The final fight will take place in an hour," Itachi said. An hour later, the 2 brothers were facing each other. Menma was tense, but Naruto was relaxed. "I will win you and become a Hokage in the future." Menma shouted, "Let's see how you beat me," Naruto said with a hellish smile. "Let's get started." Itachi shouted and jumped back. Menma immediately ran to Naruto. They clashed in battle. Menma was just a punching bag. Naruto played with him like a child. But the moment and Menma were enveloped by the Kyuubi chakra, but nothing happened. But the moment Naruto touches Menma's forehead, Naruto appeared in some kind of sewer. He went into the depths with a smile. There was a cage where the eyes were open, the eyes with a vertical pupil, the iris itself was blood-colored. "Well, hello, overgrown fox," said Naruto. "How dare you say that to me, bug? I'm the strongest Biju." Shouted the fox. "Shut up, you jerk," Naruto said with arrogance. Naruto took off and then the fox saw the whole image of Naruto. The fox unconsciously backed away. Two Jogans looked into the fox's face. "That I see you've lost your fear, fox. You're a piece of my clan's feed and you're talking to me like that? I'll castrate you." Naruto shouted. The floor of the subconscious turned into space where Kronos flew in all its glory. "He can only turn you into a cake with his little finger, so watch your manners." Naruto sighed a moment and he raised his hand towards the fox. "Shinra Tensei," said Naruto. The fox flew away for many kilometers. Naruto appeared in front of him and started beating him unconscious. When the fox was defeated and watched Naruto with fear. "If you were created by the son of Ishiki Otsutsuki's sister, it doesn't mean that you can answer the Otsutsuki clan like that," Naruto said. He disappeared like the cosmos. "Phew, apparently here he is the child of prophecy, the one who will either destroy the world or save," thought the fox. Naruto appeared again in the world. Not a single second has passed. The moment and Menma was in the wall. But he came out and bit his finger and folded the seals. Summoning technique, Menma sighed. A cloud of smoke appeared and there was a big toad with a scar on his left eye and a tanto on his belt. "Hello, Toad Boss, will you help me defeat my brother?" Menma asked. "Okay, and where is this bug?" asked the toad. Then he looked up and saw Naruto with Jogan. "Know your place, Toad," said Naruto. The moment a dragon flew out of the ground from the blue chakra, Team 7 and Minato were surprised why it wasn't white. "Menma, and you didn't notice that your chakra left faster than necessary, then I took the chakra from you. Now, Bobek, Foz," said Naruto. The dragon twisted the toad and began to burn it. The toad dissipated from the pain. The dragon also disappeared and Naruto neighed like a psycho. "It is not given to an ordinary person to defeat God. I am one of the gods of the Otsutsuki clan. There are many of us, but I am one of the strongest because of training with the head and his son," Naruto said. Everyone stood in shock. Menma fell to his knees and trembled. Naruto released his ki on him by 40%. "I give up," Menma said. Naruto Otsutsuki won. Itachi said. Naruto Otsutsuki gets the title of Jonin, said Minato later. Everyone started to disperse. Minato raised money. Well, even in a fight between brothers, he put all his money on Naruto, because he understood that a man who killed 400 of the best shinobi would win even Jonin. A week has passed. Minato was pestered by all the heads of clans with a blood alliance between Naruto and Kunoichi from the clan. But Naruto answered like this: "God himself will decide which one he chooses, he does not need whores and weaklings." Minato supported him because the words are true. But now Minato was going home, he wanted to take a walk. "I came home later. The whole family was sitting there. Well, you give, Naruto, everyone wants to get married with you," said Minato. Naruto snorted. Everyone started eating. A week later, Menma went on a trip with Jiraiya, Sasuke went to Orochimaru, and Sakura to Tsunade. Naruto was sitting on the roof of the house and looking at the sky, then Minato appears next to him and sits down next to him. "What are you going to do?" Minato asked. "I will also go to train with the Otsutsuki clan. I don't know when I will come, they are in another dimension and even a planet," Naruto said, getting up. "Well, good luck to you," Minato said and smiled. Bye, Naruto said and disappeared into the portal. A portal opened on the planet in Senshi's office, and Naruto came out from there. did you come to train? Senshi asked. That's right, I want to become stronger than you, said Naruto. This will happen, we will train here for 1,000 years, Senshi said. Aren't we going to die? Naruto asked. No, the Otsutsuki clan is immortal from old age and diseases, as well as the Jubi Jinchuriki are also immortal, Senshi said. It's clear, but you don't look like an old man, Naruto said. We all look 27, our body doesn't grow anymore, so I'm young, only half. Breeds can't be immortal, Senshi said. And listen, if I have an affair with Jinchuriki Jubi, will my child be born a pure blood? Naruto asked. Yes, after all, when sealing, the genes changed to the genes of Otsutsuki, but after the extraction of Jubi, the carrier naturally dies and his genes come back, Senshi said clearly, said Naruto. Minato was now standing in front of the Toad Sage. Minato, your son is a child of prophecy, said the Toad. Which one exactly? Minato asked. What bears the surname Otsutsuki, said the Toad clearly. He's gone for an unknown amount of time in the dimension of the Otsutsuki clan, Minato said clearly. God has gone into the habitat, said the Toad. And what are these gods? Minato asked. Their head is Senshi Otsutsuki, he has a dojutsu jogan, their patron is the son of all the supreme god, the god of the chakra Kronos. Otsutsuki are immortal from old age and disease, and their strength is such that they are simply immortal, but if half breeds, then he does not have immortality, said Toad. What genes does my son have? Minato asked. He is a pure blood, and the god of the chakra Kronos is sitting in his mind, so it's better not to anger him. Was Naruto arrogant? Asked the Toadies, said Minato. So he won't be a black sheep, said the Toad. Time skipped 3 years in the world of people and 1,000 years in the world of Otsutsuki. Naruto became the prince of the clan on a par with Ishiki. He has become the strongest in the clan, he can defeat the entire clan alone. Naruto still hasn't found a girlfriend or a wife. In the human world, there was a war against Uchiha Madara, who attacked Konoha on Naruto's birthday. Menma saved Konoha from pain and became a hero. Later, he stole the fox's chakra. Naruto watched people die stupidly. He liked the persona of Uchiha Madara, strong, has a Rinnegan, but why did Naruto fall in love with him? Even though Naruto is not gay, Uchiha had insular and cute facial features that it was as if he was not a guy but a girl. Not that I'm gay. Naruto asked Kronos. No, she is a girl and hides it. As I remember, during the clan wars, the Kunoichi used an exchange coin and did not take it seriously. Apparently she wanted to be a warrior and her father helped her with this by giving her the boy's documents, Kronos said clearly. Said Naruto. She said she was a god, which annoyed Naruto. Menma was also there and looked at Madara with surprise. She stood and looked at the people with her Rinnegan. Why are you looking at me like that, Namikaze? Madara asked in a man's voice. No, you just say that you are God, but I know God, he can easily kill you, Menma said. Then, Madara sighed. A meteorite was flying at everyone. Gaara and Oanoki ate holding this stone so that it would not fall on the alliance. But a second later, the meteorite emitted a vibration as if it had been hit and turned into powder. Everyone was in shock, but Menma noticed Naruto, who was missing. Said Gaara. But how? Oanoki asked. This is the same god, he turned this stone into powder with his blow, Menma said. The battle began. Later, the past Hokage and Jubi were resurrected. At the moment, Jubi, on which Madara was standing and Obito was standing without a mask, was creating a Jubi bomb. The alliance could not move the bomb to another location. And when the bomb was almost at the alliance, it began to decrease. In front of everyone was a guy about 27 years old with straight white hair up to his hips. He had white skin and aristocratic features. The eyes were blue that glowed, and the scara of the eyes was black. There was a crown-shaped horn in the head. He wore a raincoat with a high collar that hid the floor of his face. The raincoat was unbuttoned where the inflated body and the tattoo of the coat of arms of the Otsutsuki clan on the left chest were visible. There were tomo patterns all over the body. The edges of the cloak were striped with yellow and purple. He wore blue pants and there were just no shoes. He was holding a wine glass with presumably wine. It was Naruto Otsutsuki who took the image of Ishiki. He was the ideal of beauty. There's nothing pathetic people can do, Naruto said arrogantly. But Madara, the very god I was talking about, said Menma. Naruto looked at Jubi, who groaned with fear and lay down bowing his head. Have you seriously resurrected this dog? Naruto asked. Naruto took off and his glass was filled with liquid again. And he drank it again, and Ishiki is right, it's very tasty, Naruto said and clenched his fist, causing the wine glass to crack. Who is it, Minato? Tobirama asked. Hehe, this is my son and the child of prophecy, Naruto Otsutsuki, said Minato. Naruto began to form a bomb in the likeness of a Jubi bomb. My turn, said Naruto. He threw this bomb in the direction of Jubi and accelerated him with the help of his eyes. An unprecedented explosion occurred. But when the dust settled, everyone saw that the demon's tails were singed. The demon himself began to yell, but then the floor of the body Obito covered Zetsu and folded the seals. Madara was resurrected, but her eyes began to crack. Sasuke saw the wonderful ability and activated his Manjiko, Amaterasu, said Sasuke the moment Madara's armor ignited. After receiving one of her Rinnegan's, she took off her armor and everyone saw the size 2 breast that she was hiding, but later the Uchiha clan kimono appeared there. So he was a girl? Hashirama asked in Shaki's, I knew it, a wise being told me that in your time girls were a bargaining chip, so apparently her father helped her and made a document that she was a guy, said Naruto. When Madara was transplanted a second Rinnegan, she threw Obito off Jubi's head. But Kakashi caught him. Naruto just poured his chakra and scars into him and the vital energy was restored. What will happen next, finally after 1,000 years of more fun? Naruto shouted with a grin. In 1,000 years, I mean? Minato asked. I am immortal from old age and diseases, I am already 1,013 years old, said Naruto. Everyone stood in shock. Orochimaru realized that immortality exists, but this is only for pure-blooded members of the Otsutsuki clan, but there is also an opportunity to become immortal, Naruto said with a grin looking at Madara. After all, I fell in love, didn't I, Kronos? Naruto asked in his mind. That's right, the girl is being cleverly manipulated by Kagaya's created son, Zetsu, he's standing behind you now, watch out. Kronos shouted. Naruto abruptly moved away from the blow. He took hold of Zetsu's hand and started looking into Zetsu's eyes. You're pathetic, Zetsu, said Naruto. Damn Otsutsuki, you're ruining my plans, growled Zetsu. Fuinjutsu, the world of Shinigami, burn in his katla, said Naruto. Zetsu began to burn in white fire and his arms were wrapped around him similar to the hands of Shinigami and the shell of Zetsu disappeared. Naruto looked at Madara with a cold and calm gaze. It's time to finish with you, it's a pity that the time has gone so, said Naruto the moment he was in front of her and hit her in the solar plexus, from which she flew off Jubi's head, but she managed to seal Jubi into herself. Clearly, you are Jinchuriki Jubi, said Naruto. Ahahaha, I'm the goddess of the world now, Madara said, laughing like a psycho. Listen, bat, and they are a good couple, the same laugh, said Menma looking at Otsutsuki. Are you sure? Naruto asked. Yes, I keep in myself the strongest being in the whole world, Madara Sadie will show the strongest being of the entire universe, except for his brothers and father, said Naruto. He bit his finger and began to fold the seals. A moment later, he slammed his hand against his left rib cage, summoning technique, Naruto said with a grin. There was no smoke, but there was a shadow hanging over everyone. Everyone raised their heads and saw a creature of cosmic color. Jogen was burning in his forehead, as well as in 2 eye sockets. He laughed like a lunatic. Ino immediately fell to her knees and started screaming. What's wrong with you? Shikamaru asked. It's him, he then tortured me for 2 hours in the exam into Naruto's subconscious, Ino said. Hahaha, you're still alive, pathetic Yamanaka. Okay, it's later, Naruto, why did you call The creature asked it its time to show the true god, said Naruto. He took off and Kronos only struck Madara's area with his little finger. The strongest earthquake thundered. Madara was pinned to the floor, but later she got up. All shinobi fell to their knees. The gods are fighting in front of them and they are just bugs for them. I haven't been in this world for a long time, since your 5th birthday, Naruto, said Kronos. So did you crush Danzo's head, or did I? Naruto asked. Minato told the past Hokage Naruto's past. You promised, said Kronos. Madara looked with fear at Kronos and Naruto. Naruto landed in front of her and handed her a glass of wine. They both drank. Now, since you have received a grain of my roommate's power, you become a member of the Otsutsuki clan. If you are against it, I will extract Jubi from you. Naruto said. Agree, Madara said, closing her eyes. Then welcome to the clan of gods Otsutsuki. Madara. Otsutsuki, said Naruto and smiled sweetly, stretched out his hand. The girl immediately took her hand and got up from her knees. Kronos. Wrap it up, said Naruto. Okay, Kronos said, and disappeared. 80s, said Naruto, and Otsutsuki disappeared. Order and tranquility reigned in the world. No one fought with no one. Madara was accepted and she began to live separately. No one was arrogant, because everyone was considered a god. Naruto suffered from bullshit with a small Kronos from the chakra that he created. But now they were fleeing from the evil Ashiki, because they had mixed salt in his wine. Kronos was the initiator. But then Madara was walking in front of them. She bumped into Naruto, but he picked her up in his arms and began to run faster. Madara was confused. I'll explain everything later, Naruto said. After 30 minutes, they disappeared into the hideout of Naruto and Kronos. No one knew about him. Phew, they escaped normally, said Kronos. Yeah, Naruto said. And from whom? Madara asked. Yes, from Ashiki. Kronos. Damn joker put salt in his wine, Naruto said with a smile. And why did you take me? Madara asked. Well, I accidentally crashed, so I'm sorry, said Naruto. Cheesed the back of his head. Kronos immediately ran away somewhere. Listen, Madara, can we go for a walk somewhere? Naruto asked. Are you asking me out on a date? Madara asked with a malicious smileys. Naruto said proudly. Madara was taken aback by this and blushed deeply, because she was tricked. Well, I agree, said Madara. They went for a walk and talked. Later they got married and had a child, and every year in the world of people visited the family. The end. There will be no second part. The plot is finished.